Emotional win, emotional week. I talked to Otar, and he felt like those last 2 goals were guided in somehow. Talk about the week you guys have had, and what this means for the team, Memo, his family.
It means a lot, man. It was a hard week for everybody, man. We're heartbroken. We're heartbroken for what happens, and the emotions tonight. We're happy we got 3 points, but we're heartbroken, man. I've been hurt this past 3 days, man. And I'm happy we're able to win tonight. I'm sure Memo was able to watch it, and we move on. We move on. We have to start thinking now about San Ramon. Again, I think tonight we were good at times. First 25 minutes, we were a very, very strong team, and a team that does things the way we want to do them. And then after that, Then after that, we lost rhythm. We gave them the ball. We started making silly mistakes. Their goal comes, and I think we got nervous. We got nervous, and we lost the rhythm of the game again. I wasn't happy with the last 20 minutes of the first half, and I wasn't happy with the way we played the second half either. We got 3 points tonight is important. We keep moving up. We have to start thinking now about Saturday. We played games this year where we played very well and we lost. We played games this year where we played very well and we've dominated and we tied. Tonight wasn't the prettiest, but tonight we won and we got 3 points. So that's something important, because good teams and teams that make it far in this league find ways to win even though when they're not at their best. Tonight we were not at our best, but we got 3 points.
Yeah, it feels like the steps are still building towards that perfect 90 minutes. What do you think needs to occur for that to happen?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Like you said earlier, this week hasn't been easy. And it's a 3-game week where the guys were still, recovering from the other game. The other game, the other day, we pushed to the last minute as well. And it's games that demand a lot, mentally, physically, out of our guys. Tonight, again, we had to push to the last second of the game, mentally and physically. Saturday, we're going to play a final again, and we have to go to play in an away field where they're doing things very well, and make sure that we come back to Oakland with 3 points. If we do that, then we're going to end up this week in a very, very good note, and we're going to put ourselves in a very, very good position to start the next week. In order to start putting 90-minute performances, first of all, it's concentration levels. Then second of all is when things go well, we feel confident. But then I feel that now we start making a few mistakes and the team loses confidence for a second. And then it takes us 20, 15 minutes to get the ball back. Against good teams like Orange County, they're well coached as well, you can't do that. You can't do that. If you lose confidence, then they start gaining yards, they start gaining confidence, they start grabbing the ball, and they try to expose you in the areas that you're weak. And that's what happened today in the first half, and that's what happened in the majority of the second half today.
Yeah, take me from that that tying goal. It, like you mentioned, there were lapses there, and then it really just came together at the end. Take me through what you think OC was doing, and then how the team just responded at the end.
Richard did a very good job, man. The coach from OC. They started playing with a back four. They played in a 4-4-2, and then for the first 25 minutes we were gaining possession. And in the second half, he changed. He got the tide, and he changed to a back five. We tried to change to build up with a back four in order to create more spaces on the build-up, but it wasn't really working well. And then their goal came. Then they go up 2-1. They start gaining confidence, and that's when I felt that we started getting nervous. Our guys were missing easy passes. At times, we were not connecting as fast and as quick as we usually do, and it was hard for us to progress on the field. If there's a team in this league that I don't ever want to be losing or behind, it's versus Orange County. This is a team that defends very well. This is a team that won a championship last year out of understanding how to defend and feeling uncomfortable. No, being uncomfortable, and then they feel very comfortable. And that's what Orange County is when they defend. They can be in very uncomfortable situations, and you look at them and they're okay. They're okay with that. They absorb and they embrace that pressure of defending, and they do that very well. So when we went down 2-1, I was worried. I was worried because I knew it was not going to be easy to turn it around. With 10 minutes to go, we decided to go in a 4-4-2 again. We put Johnny in, and I think Johnny was great. He gets a foul on the last one. He connects well in a few plays before that. I think the 4-4-2 allowed us to being back those three center backs, and it allowed us to create a bit more space for Lindo to operate in between those pockets. So Otan and Johnny for like 12 minutes were pinning back those three center backs, keeping them busy, and then Lindo was floating in those gaps very well. In the back forward, we were obviously exposed defensively, where in a few transition moments they could have punished us, but we had to gamble. The tide wasn't enough for us tonight, and tonight we gamble and we won. And like I said, tonight we take 3 points, but we were not at our best. Another set piece goal that we need to make sure that we fix. We lose a ball building out of the back again, it ends up in a penalty. So these are mistakes that we need to start avoiding. We need to start working on them. And again, I go home tonight understanding that 3 points were important and we got them. But I also go home tonight with the awareness and understanding that we're still making mistakes. And every game we're not going to be able to score 3, 4, 2 goals. Sometimes with 1 goal it should be enough. And the clean sheet is something that we need to start making a priority for us.
Well, your 4-4-2 has been the magic these last 2 games. Is that something you're going to continue pulling from? Is that something you might want to put in earlier into matches?
Matches have so many things. It's not just tactical. Then there's the emotional piece. Then there's a moment, there's the situations, and it depends what the moment requires and what each match requires. We are flexible. We can transform. We can build out with 4. We can build out with 3. We can attack with 1. We can attack with 2, or we can attack with 3. So that gives me a lot of weapons. That gives me a lot of ways to plan games, to put together game plans. And the most important thing to me is that the players adapt to them very well. So again, the 4-4-2 tonight to finish the game was the right idea. The way we started the game for 25 minutes, it was the correct idea. I don't think it was too much of the system or formation that we were playing from the 25th minute to the 75th. It was a bit more of, like I said to you, it was more confidence levels. It was the boys. I mean, we put ourselves in a tough situation, and to dig yourself out of a hole that you put yourself in is never easy, and especially when you're playing good teams that are well coached, and that's what happened tonight.
And Otar he's stepped into this role as a leader instantly, and it's paying off huge. You know, he's the leading goal scorer in the league, and it's not easy to come all the way across the world and transform into a team and become a leader as quickly as he has. Talk about him and just what he's been bringing this whole season.
Walter brings so much on the field. He brings a lot off the field. He leads by example. He's a guy that works so hard. You have to see him before, during, and after training. So he exemplifies absolutely everything that a professional soccer player is, and also what an Oakland Roots player is and represents. We're very, very happy and lucky to have him. I enjoy watching him train. I enjoy watching him work. I enjoy watching him lead our players. And tonight, I mean, it pays off. If somebody works this hard, if somebody takes care of himself this much, if they takes care of his teammates and the team as much as this guy does, what happens tonight makes me happy, but it doesn't surprise me. So now we have to make sure that we can keep working. And like I said to you, Saturday is going to be a battle. And we better be ready for it, because we need to come back to Oakland with 3 points.
Is that going to be a moment you'll remember forever as a coach?
Tonight, 100%. So far this season has so many moments that I'm going to remember forever. And we're not done, guys. We're not done. We have a lot to go. This team has so much heart. This team has so much character. And they also have sense of belonging. They understand the city that we represent. They understand the organization that we represent, and they also understand that they're representing each other. So this team is going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep throwing punches all the way to November. And I'm telling you, when we add up the points, we'll see where we are. But we're in a clear ascending curve.
Awesome. All right, Juan.
Thank you, brother.